Hey, this is Devin
and Aaron
from Cavity Colors, and you're listening to Drop the Mic.
My father was the village magistrate. A simple man with a simple code, justice. He gathered the few people that he could to stand against you. You and your bullies were driven back by farmers with pitchforks. My father saved his village at the cost of his own life. You had him shot as you ran away. A hero. 1,000 paces.
I'm sorry. I don't remember any of it.
You don't remember?
For you, the day bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday.
Welcome back to our San Diego podcast. This is Drop the Mic, and I am your host for the evening, Wesley Swanson. Alongside me, we have James Warney.
Hey, what's up, guys?
And DJ Anaris.
Hello, people. How you doing?
This is episode 211, Crisis in SHADALOO City. We haven't done too many episodes where we talk about what went wrong with the film, and in this, there's very little to love about the film adaptation of Capcom's beloved Street Fighter video game. But before we get into the meat of the show, we have a couple warm-up segments coming your way.
And now for a special news report. Brought to you by Drop the Mic.
All right, James, start us off.
All right, so I'll go ahead and start off with the usual, some DC news. We got the final trailer for the Justice League Snyder Cut. It's going to be coming out this Thursday, so by the time this episode airs, that will already have been out. But so if you haven't seen it by the time you're watching this, clear up some time during your day, because that is a beast of a movie. It's going to be 4 hours long. Make a day of it. Invite your friends over. Do whatever. Have fun with it. It is definitely, from what I'm reading from critics, they're saying this is the version that we should have gotten, rather than the one that we got in theaters a couple of years ago.
Basically saying, fuck Joss Whedon.
Yeah, basically. Scumbag. That guy is a Class A douchebag there. But moving on, I know, Wes, you enjoyed Love and Monsters, correct?
Yes.
Yes, I. So that's actually coming to Netflix, April 14th. Only outside of the United States, though.
Wow.
So, I just wanted to get you guys' hopes up for that one. So you still got to pay to rent it or watch it. Whatever the cost is going to be, $19.99 on Apple to buy the film.
Is it still? It's still $20. I would have thought it would have dropped by now.
I do believe so. Maybe it's $14.99 now. I'm not too sure, but I know it's still probably up there. It's a relatively new movie still.
Yes.
But it's if you're outside of the U.S. and you're listening to us, you get to watch Love and Monsters for free on Netflix, April 14th. So kudos to you if you do that. I know some people know how to hack their Netflixes and stuff. If they have VPNs, things like that, they can actually get the Netflixes that they have. The streaming films that they have in Mexico and stuff, because I didn't realize this until I actually went to Mexico, that Netflix, when I went over there to Mexico City, my Netflix was completely different. The same things that on my list were not there. None of the movies, a majority of the movies that we have here aren't in Mexico City or in other countries.
Yeah, Netflix has different things,
territories, right?
Yeah, different regions stream different things, which is pretty cool. It's a cool concept.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I was excited to see movies that I haven't seen in a while, and got a chance to watch those when I was in Mexico and on my free time when we weren't doing things. But moving on to some more news. it looks like we are getting a Texas Chainsaw Massacre sequel to the original. So the one that came out in, I don't even know. I've never seen the original. So Wes, you want to help me with that? Do you know when the original one came out?
I believe it was the mid 70s.
70s. Okay, so it's going to be a direct sequel to that film. It looks like they're going the route of like Halloween. It's the direct sequel to the original. So pretty cool.
Retconning everything else. Yeah.
Yeah. It definitely works. Just looking at how Halloween turned out.
Especially, and I was excited at the thought of them. They mentioned basically we're going to get an old man Leatherface.
Yeah.
Which is, Gunnar Hansen, the original actor who, donned the face in the original, has since passed on. So I'm curious to see who they're going to have fill those shoes. Also, it is, I don't know if you knew this, James, but it's being produced by the Evil Dead remakes, Fede Alvarez and Don't Breathe. So
I did not know that. Nice.
Yeah, I'm expecting big things. He's saying that it's going to be a complete throwback, old school lenses, practical effects through and through.
Wow.
No CGI whatsoever. They're trying to go back to what made the first one so groundbreaking, very gritty, and almost like a snuff film or a documentary in a lot of ways, the way that was shot. So I have high hopes for this.
Definitely.
They got to make it more raw.
Definitely.
Yeah, But yeah, I'm excited for that, dude. I like when that fool literally chainsaws people, dude, and I just want to see like straight like art agony, dude. Like, especially if he's older, he's probably like more pissed off and fucking you're bugging him even more at his house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
His hips hurting while he's chasing you and shit.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited. That's always good to hear.
Moving on to some more news. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 has officially begun production. So I know I talked about it a couple of weeks ago, but it's officially began production. So we're definitely getting a sequel. If some people were kind of skeptical about that, still getting one, and Tails should be representing that as well. So if you're a fan of the film that came out about 2 years ago, get ready for the sequel. Probably within the next year we'll see something. And then it looks like Netflix's series, Cowboy Bebop, the live action series, has officially wrapped. So I'm pretty sure we'll be getting within the next couple of months, maybe 6 months or so, we'll probably get a trailer or something for it whenever they are ready to release that. Hopefully we get some stills or something, but I'm definitely excited for this film. It's a live action film. Are you guys fans of Cowboy Bebop?
Hell yeah, dude.
Definitely.
I'm hell excited. That's so crazy how like kind of under wraps that's been lately. Like,
yeah, I've. It's funny because I've mentioned it. Like the people our age, of course, we know about it. Like, we grew up watching it. We like, oh, Cowboy Bebop's the shit. Like, if you want to watch an anime, watch Cowboy Bebop. Stuff like that. But like younger people, like I mentioned it to like nephews and stuff, and they're watching like Attack on Titan. I never watched, but I like watched Cowboy Bebop. It's dope. You're gonna love it. And then he's like, no, that kind of looks lame.
It's so underrated, dude. It's so underrated, like for us older guys to mention that to people that are like just strictly like straight Naruto watchers or some shit like that.
Yeah.
AOT. And I'm like, yeah, you guys gotta broaden up here, dude. There's some good like 90s and 80s stuff out there that like, can talk about all day. You know what I mean? Like you gotta broaden up.
That 90s anime is classic stuff there.
Yeah, dude. I just can't get over
early
that.
90s. Moving on to my last bit of news here. It looks like Avatar, the James Cameron film, has surpassed Endgame again, or it's taking the title of highest grossing box office.
How did they do it again? They re-released it?
They re-released it in China, and that's how they ended up getting more numbers, getting more money than Endgame. So I guess that's cool. But I don't know. I feel like that really shouldn't count because it's past. It's like past its it's not really its box office numbers because it's being re-released like a couple years later. However long it's been since it came out, I don't even remember.
It's still the box office, and and just imagine if Endgame did that, like re-released in it, but that would just kind of hurt the whole COVID situation probably. And since like they released Avatar specifically in an area, you got to, I guess, do it area by area. I'm not too sure how they would do that, but it seems like the smarter play.
Oh yeah. But that's it. That's it for my news. Yeah, totally excited for that. That's cool that they get that people get to enjoy that film again. I never got to see it in theaters. I think I'd like to do that if they end up whenever theaters open up again. But yeah, that's it for my news for this week. A little some stuff a little more active than last week, but still a little slow.
Yeah, I got maybe two interesting pieces. So the Monster, I don't know if we talked about but the Monster movie, Monsters movie is happening, and it's going to be directed with by Rob Zombie. Are you guys with that, or does that just sound like too out of his realm, like for him to be making a Monsters movie, like
Monsters, really?
Yeah, Monsters, dude. You know what
I'm the old school TV show, right?
Yeah, is that a letdown by Rob Zombie? Like, do you guys feel like, can he do this? Like, what do you guys feel about it?
It's supposed to be like a family friendly film.
Yeah, I just hope he doesn't do the overboard, and maybe I don't know, man. He just seems to want to do that, so I don't know. Like maybe Wes has like a better opinion on it or something.
Well, when I saw that headline, it made sense to me because this Rob Zombie, not even just in horror, but in general, he's very much a cinephile and grew up on a lot of older stuff, the old culture. You know what I mean? So him taking on this project seems like a very personal, and I do agree that it is out of the realm of what he's done so far, but I don't think that necessarily is going to hinder him on making like a good film or not. I mean, we saw Eli Roth, have great success with the house with the clock in its walls or whatever that one's called. That was a family-friendly horror film, and look at all the movies beforehand that Eli Roth had done, like nothing like that. So it's definitely possible, and we know that Rob has the knowledge, of old cinema to kind of capture that kind of magic, and he's also very much like Tarantino, where he brings people in, older actors that have kind of fallen off and kind of regenerates their career. So I think that it brings up a lot of interesting opportunities to kind of reinvent the monster. So it's pretty interesting. I hope it turns out well.
Yeah, I think he does do like the fucked up family deal pretty good, like in stories, like fucked up type families. I don't know if he's gonna make them like super fucked up, but we'll see how it goes from there. Moving on, I guess. MGM replaces the iconic Leo the Lion for an animated mascot. Which you guys like? Are you guys that bug you at all? Are you gonna miss the old lion roar?
It's like nostalgic, It's when you think of MGM and seeing those movies, it's like, oh yeah, that's you're used to seeing that.
The classic roar, man. It's like but then moving into like the digital realm, it makes sense. You know what I mean? Just like in the way that, for example, for the movie that we're talking about tonight, Street Fighter, when that old Universal logo rolls, it brings you back. You know what I mean? And so them kind of updating this is just like a new era type of deal. It's expected. It was going to happen at some point. So I don't really have an opinion, whether for or against it, I guess.
Okay. Yep, and